threaten you or coerce you in any way?
Kind of.
Okay, what do you mean, kinda?
I don't want to go to jail again, Your Honor.
Okay, but did somebody threaten you to plead?
Yeah, with jail time, Your Honor.
Okay, but who did that?
Well, technically, you, Your Honor.
So here's what I'll do. I'll pass it. Don't talk to Ann.
Things got tense in a U.S. legal hearing, and it's blowing up online for a reason. What started as a routine case suddenly flipped when a defendant accused Judge Simpson of threatening him just for explaining the law. Wait until you hear this. Instead of listening, he kept interrupting, challenging everything, and trying to twist the situation in his favor. But the judge stayed completely calm, professional, and in full control, breaking everything down step by step in plain legal terms while shutting down every excuse. And here's the twist: the more the defendant pushed back, the more serious the situation became for him. What do you guys think? Misunderstanding or just trying to play the system? Subscribe to the Legal Lens for more crazy courtroom moments.
Mr. Hampton has entered into an agreement with the people, and would like to enter that into the record. Your Honor, is it possible to enter into both today, to address both cases today on the record?
That file is not in the courtroom.
Oh, okay, got it.
But I can give you the ability to touch you faster.
Oh, sorry.
But I don't believe it's.
What? Okay.
Talking about bond, that's right.
All right, we'll just address this case today.
He's going to enter a plea in another case that's set for prelim.
Yes, yeah. So case 24F55262, just because of the timing with the mental health treatment court evaluation, that one was set for preliminary examination before the evaluation was complete, and that is currently set for exam.
So over there is Ann, right?
Yes.
You know Ann?
Yes.
Okay. So if you had this, that may work out where we could get rid of two cases and he could plead. I may or may not do it, but usually just go over and ask Ann. Because you asked me on the record, I'll probably say no, because I don't do the filing, so I don't know where it is.
Understood. Yes. So I will.
So would you like to do that today?
I would like to.
So here's what I'll do. I'll pass it. Don't talk to Ann.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, sorry. Ashley Bashir on behalf of Mr. Hampton. In addition to addressing the case directly, we would like to address bond and request that a condition, specifically the home confinement tether, be reconsidered.
Okay, I'll get to that maybe at some point.
Great, thank you. Yeah.
Right now, I'm trying to get these pleas done.
Thank you.
So my understanding is he's going to plead to count in case ending in 1596. He's going to plead to count 2.
Yes.
Correct? With count 1 being dismissed. That's going to be a guilty plea. Correct, counsel?
Yes.
All right. Then on the other matter, I have a plea form that indicates that the defendant will be pleading guilty to an added count 2 of attempted resisting and obstructing the 1-year offense. Upon a successful plea to that charge, count 1, the resisting and obstructing, would be dismissed. And there is an agreement that the defendant is to go to mental health court. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement.
That's right.
May I have the defendant's sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
State your name.
Brandon Hampton.
And man, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor offenses. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. The first one, in the case ending in 1596, is the charge of aggravated assault. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and a $1,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. You also understand in that case that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Barr in the 14A2 District Court. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. And understanding that on that case, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
All right. On the other case, it says court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration or $1,000 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You understand also that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Valvo in the 15th District Court. You understand that?
Why are the judges different, Your Honor?
Why are the judges different? Because these allegedly occurred in two separate places. The case that we were just talking about with Judge Valvo, the offense took place in the city of Ann Arbor. And the other case happened in maybe the city of Ypsilanti in Ypsi City of Ypsilanti. I'm sorry, Ann Arbor Township. Okay. So they occurred in two separate jurisdictions. Okay. That's why you have two separate judges. But what's going to happen, I think this is probably really the crux of your question.
Things got chaotic in this U.S. legal hearing when two different criminal cases, two different judges, and a mental health court deal all collided at the same time, and nobody expected it to unfold like this. Wait until you hear this. The defendant was ready to accept a plea deal that could wipe out multiple charges, including aggravated assault and resisting police, but the moment his lawyer started pushing for bond changes and home confinement, the judge shut it down and refocused everything back on the plea. Then came the confusion. Why are there different judges? Why two courts? And why can't everything be handled in one place? The judge explained it straight: different cities, different jurisdictions, different sentencing. And here's the twist: instead of a straight jail sentence, this entire outcome is being routed into mental health court, meaning treatment could replace punishment. What do you guys think? Justice or too soft on crime? Subscribe to the Legal Lens for more crazy courtroom moments.
You're going to go to mental health court on these, right?
Yeah.
So Judge Valvo is actually in charge of mental health court. So when that case goes over to her, that will be where it is. You'll have to go before Judge Barr. Judge Barr will do the initial part of the sentencing and then place you on probation to be supervised by the mental health court. Follow that? So it's just a little bit of a process. Both cases, it's anticipated, are going to end up in the same spot.
Okay.
Okay? You got that? Any other questions on that?
I guess it's not like possible for the other case just to go to Valvo as well?
It will get there. It just can't go directly that way.
Okay.
Okay?
For sure.
Anything else? Trust me, we do this all the time. It'll get there. So it'll catch right up to it, okay? All right. Any other questions you have?
Just the one about bond. But
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. All right. So understanding all of that, you still wish to plead guilty to these charges?
yeah.
Okay. So to the charge of aggravated assault, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yeah.
All right. You signed an advice of rights form, correct?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions regarding any of those rights?
No.
All right. You see a copy on the podium. Look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
Yes.
All right. Were you on probation at the time of these offenses?
No.
All right. Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead to these charges?
No.
All right. Anybody threaten you or coerce you in any way?
Kind of.
Okay, what do you mean, kinda?
I don't want to go to jail again, Your Honor.
Okay, but did somebody threaten you to plead?
Yeah, with jail time, Your Honor.
Okay, but who did that?
Well, technically, you, Your Honor.
He was actually doing fine in court, until he said that. Wait until you hear this, because the moment he claimed the judge was threatening him and brought up mental help, everything went sideways. Honestly, it's hard to tell if he's trying to mock Judge Simpson or just completely misunderstands how court works. Because in reality, judges aren't threatening anyone, they're simply explaining legal consequences like jail if you don't follow the rules. And here's the problem, this kind of behavior can seriously hurt a plea deal, especially after already pleading guilty, because now it looks like he's shifting blame instead of taking responsibility. What do you guys think? Confusion or just talking without thinking? Subscribe to the Legal Lens for more crazy courtroom moments.
Oh,
Mr. Hampton, so,
tell you what. Why don't we pass the matter? Maybe you can talk to him and we'll give this another shot today if we're comfortable with it. Otherwise, the court may not be comfortable with it and we might just blow all of this up and it'll just have to happen another way.
thank you.
But I'll give you a chance to talk.
The judge handled that moment in a way that honestly shocked people watching, calm, patient, and explaining everything so clearly that there was no room left for confusion. Wait until you hear this, because as the hearing continues, this defendant is standing right at a turning point. Either he finally realizes how the system actually works, or he completely doubles down and makes things way worse for himself in real time. And if he goes the wrong way here, it turns into a textbook example of how people destroy their own case in court without even realizing it. What do you guys think? Reality check incoming or total meltdown next? Subscribe to the Legal Lens for more crazy courtroom moments.